Good morning, how are you? So let's do the NFL Week 5 review. So out of the 14 games, I got 6 right, 8 wrong. So you can see behind me is the lovely church of Our Lady of the Rock. If I'm not mistaken, let's see, I did the 500 years anniversary, I think a bit ago. So all these nice steps and all you can see here, this was also done recently. So I think this week I can call it parity week. All the undefeated teams, or the remaining undefeated teams, lost. I think at least one, I don't know if there was more winless teams that won. I think the Jets lost, so what could have been 100% true parity week was not. So no more undefeated teams, and the only winless team left in the league are the Jets. So let's go over to see what I hit and what I miss on my predictions. So Rams against the 49ers. I had picked the Rams to win because the 49ers have some injuries and the Rams were playing at home. And also they had the best quarterback. So, well, 3 factors that normally tend to lead to a win. But the 49ers won that game. So they led from the beginning. The Rams were able to tie it at the end, forcing overtime. In overtime, the 49ers kicked the field goal and then made a crucial 4-1 stop to seal the victory. So Browns against the Vikings. So I had choose the Vikings, and the Vikings won. So it was a close game, but the Vikings did more than the Browns. It was 21-17 for the Vikings. Forgot to tell, but the Rams and 49ers, it was 23-26, the Rams victory. So Eagles and Broncos. So I had picked the Eagles. So playing at home, better quarterback. So not enough. So Eagles went up to 17, couldn't score more points, and after that Broncos slowly picked up points and got the win. So 17 Eagles, 21 Broncos. So Eagles were undefeated and got their first defeat, and at home. So Ravens Texans. So I got this one right. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I think I mentioned the other. So I had picked the Vikings to win it, and that was the right one. So I had picked the Texans to win, and Texans won. So they won 10-44. So I think clearly there was no contest. Ravens are probably the most injured team in the NFL right now. Quarterback is injured. They have several injuries on their defense. Some of them for the season, and they also have injuries on their offense. So they are in a hole right now. Let's see how they go through the next games, but if it goes like this, could it be possible for them to miss the playoffs? I think probably the games against the Steelers are going to be critical. I don't know if they play the Steelers without Lamar Jackson or not, but that could be the difference of them making the playoffs or not this year. If they don't make the playoffs, they could be looking to get probably a very good player in the first round of the draft. So still, it was a team that was assembled to fight for the first seed and the Super Bowl, and at least that first objective is out of the window. Super Bowl is still possible because they can still win the division and make the playoffs, but not going to be an easy task. They're 1-4, so the NFL is where things can change very quickly, and there's still a lot of games to be played. So Jets Cowboys. So pick the Cowboys, better quarterback, and the Jets so far haven't been shown any consistency. So Cowboys started scoring and basically rode that lead to a victory. So Saints versus the Giants. I picked the Saints. They're at home. They've been playing, at least for stretches, very decently. Giants have been very inconsistent, and so basically Giants started better, and after 5 turnovers, Saints won the game. So I don't know what is the margin, if it's 2 or 3, that if you have more than, I think, 2 or 3 turnovers than your adversary, I think the odds to win are really, really high. So 5 turnovers, well, that would probably need a miracle. And Giants, probably not the most likely team to enable that miracle. So Colts against the Raiders. So the Raiders have not been playing very well. Colts have, even if they got their first loss. So Colts won 40-7. I don't know if I did say it, I think I forgot, but so the Saints won 26-14 against the Giants. But the Colts, yeah, when you win a game 40-7, I don't think there's much questions about what happened in that game. So Panthers versus the Dolphins. So I picked the Dolphins, and guess what? The Panthers won at home. So they won 27-24. So it was a game where the Dolphins scored 17 points, the Panthers scored 20 points, then they each scored a touchdown. So since in their scoring stretch the Panthers scored 3 more points, they ended up being the winners. So not a very good season for Miami so far. They have lost a lot of talent after the seasons where they were going all in, or at least investing a lot to try and win the division and fight it in the playoffs. So now they're paying the price for that, and the lack of talent, especially on the offensive and defensive line, is going probably to cost them several wins this year. So Seahawks against the Bucks. So the Bucks have been dealing with some injuries. Seahawks were playing at home. Mayfield is a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. The Seahawks defense was playing well, and they have a decent offensive line after some years of having a bad one. So, but still, a lot of lead changes, a lot of scores, and in the end, Lavonte Davids, who else, got an interception. I think Darnold was hit while he was throwing, but he got the ball in, and after that, the Bucks sealed it with a field goal. And this happened with less than 1 minute to play, so Seahawks couldn't answer back. So it was 35 for the Seahawks, 38 for the Bucks. So Cardinals against the Titans. Well, I had picked the Cardinals. Titans were winless. They have been struggling. And it seems like it was going to happen the same thing. So Cardinals went up 21-3, but the Titans were able to score 19 unanswered points to win 22-21 at the Cardinals' home. So another winless team that got its first win. So Chargers against the Commanders. So I picked Chargers. It seems after the strong start for the Chargers, they have slowly been getting worse. I need to check. I know that they have at least had some injury, at least for the running back, but I don't know if they have other or if there's just a question of they had played better than their level in the previous games. They are really squandering chances this season to get the division under control or get a big lead in the division. But we'll see how that ends and if they get the division or not. So it was 10-10 at halftime, and then only the Commanders scored. So Chargers need to get their act together because they have a very good opportunity this year to win the division. So Bengals against the Lions. So I had picked the Lions. Better quarterback, I think better offensive line, better coach, better in several categories. So, well, it was 37 for the Lions, 24 for the Bengals, but the Lions got a big lead and then just wrote it out. I think I forgot that to tell the final result. So Chargers 10 and Washington 27. But yeah, I don't think there's any question. Burless Bengals are not quite the team with Burrow. They have traded for Flacco. So I don't know how any mobile quarterback behind that line will survive. I think they're betting on Flacco's experience and probably a quick hitting game, trying to get the ball out quickly, make the other teams slow down a bit on the pass rush, and then probably try to hit one or two deep plays. We'll have to see if that works or not. But it seems that Browning is probably going to lose his starting gig, at least for now. So the Bills against the Patriots. Well, I picked the Bills, and the Bills lost. I don't know if it was because of my London Beckers shirt that has some sort of stench of that Bills Jaguars game or not, but still, Bills and Patriots games most of the times are close games. and when the games are close, just one play away of having the win. So a lot of fumbles in the first half for both teams. A lot of mistakes, and still the game was 20-20, and the Patriots kicked the field goal. I think there was 15 seconds remaining. Bills were able to get to the 30, but the time expired, so the other undefeated team got a loss. Milano re-aggravated his injury, so he's probably going to be out. I don't know for how long. Defense is underperforming, the offense also. Yeah, but still, Patriots, they have rebuilt their lines, so you can see the importance of lines in the NFL. Probably some teams would need to get that memo. Yeah, so they got a good young quarterback, got him a line, got him a running game, got him some receivers, and they're, well, throwing some hay. So the only team in the division to win, so they got a big boost there. Still, everything going normal. The Bills will probably win the division. Let's just see if the Patriots have games easy enough for them to keep winning and then get to the playoffs as a wild card. Sorry about the noise, having some work done here on the river. So then the final game, the Chiefs away and the Jaguars home. I had picked the Chiefs, but the Jaguars were able to win it. I think the Jaguars defense seems to be dangerous. They got a pick six, and I think that's the kind of plays you want in your defense to make in the modern NFL. Defenses sometimes can just go and seem unstoppable. Sometimes the splash plays on defense are what makes the difference. In this case, they keep getting turnovers. So got the new defensive coordinator, same personnel, and just that was enough for them to start playing much better. So it was a good pick for the Jaguars. There was several lead changes in the game. In the end, it seems that the Chiefs were going to get another Chiefs win. Trevor Lawrence got the snap, was going back, stepped on by an offensive lineman, falls to the ground, and people are already, oh my God, are the Chiefs going to win another game they shouldn't? But no, he got up, he scrambled to his left, there was no one there, and he was able to get into the end zone and score. So it was Jaguars 31, Chiefs 28. So it's going to be interesting, see how things evolve from now. So I think most of the division leads are 4-1. Then there's several teams, I think most of, not all, are 4-1. I think I can only remember the Chargers being 3-2. But yeah, so Chiefs lost again, so uncharacteristic start by the Chiefs. And the Chargers, let's see if they don't through wasting all of these chances that don't seem to come often, and especially with Mahomes as the quarterback, Reid as the head coach, Spagnuolo as the defensive coordinator. I don't know how many more of those chances the Chargers may get, but they have the head-to-head, and they have one game lead, if I'm not mistaken. But they could have easily probably have one or two more. We'll have to see. So tomorrow I'll do the preview of week 6 and my predictions, and hopefully I can get back to at least half or positive right predictions. So take care, see you tomorrow.